Hi guys, we have here some sports cards that were acquired from various places. Here, this is Bobby Lane, the quarterback, Pittsburgh Steelers. This was at the end of his career. He was a legendary quarterback for the Detroit Lions, actually. So this is Bobby Lane, Pittsburgh Steelers. So we got that. Oh, this is Bob Clemente from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Bob Clemente, Bob tied a major league mark by hitting three triples in one game. We'll go through it quickly. This, let's see, Jim Parker, Baltimore Colts tackle. What's his name? Jim Parker. Billy Barnes, halfback, Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, this is a vintage one. A lot of them are vintage, these cards. This one is Redskins, Sammy Bow. So the thing about this one is that this has a piece of his jersey. You see the maroon Redskins jersey. It's interesting. Sammy Bow, 238 of 299. The enclosed piece of jersey was cut from an authentic jersey personally worn by Sammy Bow in an official NFL game. He was a legendary quarterback, one of the greatest of the National Football League ever. A quarterback. Dick Todd, he was the Indians or Redskins. He was a coach. Washington Redskins. Dick Todd, coach. You can read that if you want to. And we'll go through it quickly right now. Minnie Minoso, Chicago White Sox outfield. Minnie Minoso. Chicago White Sox outfield. You can read that if you want. John Unitas, he was famous. He was one of the greatest. He was one of the first, the first 5 or 10 greatest. When they talk about the great quarterbacks, he is the one, basically. Quarterback, Baltimore Colts. John Unitas, Baltimore Colts. Packers, and a linebacker. These are Ted Hendricks. So anyway, this is when he was with the Packers, but he was known for his work with the Oakland Raiders, basically. The Oakland Raiders. Ted Hendricks. They called him the Mad Stork. Ted Hendricks, Green Bay, 6'7". He was 6'7", and he weighed 220. That's why they called him the Mad Stork. An all-pro selection at outside linebacker. Ted was Packers' leading interceptor in 1974. Has been all-pro and Pro Bowl participant 4 straight seasons. Blocked punt for TD in 73. Let's continue on. This is John Cannaday, New York Giants. New York Giants. If you want to read it, here it is. Here, this is a nice old one. This is Lamar McCain, quarterback, Chicago Cardinals. And then this is Ralph Guglielmi, quarterback, Washington Redskins. Oh, we have 2 cards here. Okay, anyway, I'll go quickly. Gino Marchetti, defensive end, Baltimore Colts. He was in a big game against the Giants. They called it the greatest game they ever played. This was the first World Championship. Gino Marchetti, Baltimore Colts, against the New York Giants. Here, this is Robert Bob Waterfeld. Bob Waterfeld. Bob Waterfeld, he was a Robert Waterfeld, Los Angeles Rams. Tells you all about him, quarterback. And we have a few of his cards here. Bob Waterfeld again, you see. Bob Waterfeld, Los Angeles Rams. These are old 1950 Bowman gum. See? Here, this is one more. Bob Waterfeld, another Los Angeles Rams. Vintage cards, football. Dick Alban, Redskins. Dick Alban. Here we go, you can read that. Andy Kozar Bears, from the Chicago Bears, one of the great teams. You can read this if you want. This is a another jersey card. These are also the all-time greats. Dan Fouts. And then this one here is Kellen Winslow from the San Diego Chargers. And this is Lance Allworth, San Diego Chargers, and Ron Mick, San Diego Chargers. So these are their jerseys. This is Dan Fouts' jersey. He was a Hall of Fame quarterback. Kellen Winslow, he was a running back. Lance Allworth, this one here, a receiver. Ron Mix, he was an offensive guard. That means he would protect the quarterback. Let's see now. 40 of 100, 44 of 100. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Here, let's see. Let's continue on in the meantime right now. There, we can focus now. Here, this is Pro Bowl. This is Jerry Rice. He is considered the all-time best football player ever. Pro football player ever. Jerry Rice, he was a receiver. That means he would catch the ball from the quarterback. You have just received an authentic player-worn Pro Bowl jersey card of Jerry Rice from the 2003 Topps Football. Here, so this is his, this here is a picture, this is a piece of his jersey. This here is a piece of his jersey. Willie Stargell from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Congratulations, you have just received a card containing a piece of the authentic game-worn jersey worn by Willie Stargell, first baseman for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Here, this is Willie McCovey. He was a Hall of Famer for the San Francisco Giants. Willie McCovey. SP, Legendary Game Uniform Cards. SP. Let's see what it says here. We can read it if you want to. Willie McCovey. Uniform card. We have a few just to go through. Outfield, New York Giants. This is Monty Irvin, excuse me. What was the greatest number of men left on base in one game? Answer, 32. Philadelphia versus Brooklyn. 1932. Here, this is Monford Merrill Irvin. This one is Roberto Clemente, the famous Pittsburgh Pirates. He's in the Hall of Fame. He was one of the greats, baseball greats. He died, unfortunately, on a mission of mercy to Nicaragua. He was on a plane trying to get supplies to the people of Nicaragua. They had a, I think it might have been a hurricane, and they were starving. So he wanted to get to his people the supplies they needed. He was on the supply plane, and he unfortunately was killed at the time. So Roberto Clemente of the Pittsburgh Pirates. We have this one here, this card. I showed you the original Bob Clemente outfield, the Pittsburgh Pirates. We're almost finished for this installment here. Ernie Banks, Cubs. Ernest Banks. First base, Chicago Cubs. If you want to read it, you can read it. Here, this I purchased by the Chameleon bookshop. A number of these were purchased by the Chameleon bookshop, the comic shop, books and comics and cards. No, it wasn't that much. It was about $5. This one, I got this for about $5. Apparently, one time it was worth $50. What does it say here? 5'10", weight 195 pounds. What does it say here? It says an exhibition tour to Europe in 1958 taught Bobby a lot about hockey. Scored 550th. He scored his 550th NHL goal last season, starting 15th year in his big league. Called Bobby Hull, left wing, Chicago. Oh, called the Golden Jet. He was called the Golden. The Bobby Hull was called the Golden Jet of the Chicago Blackhawks. The Chicago Blackhawks. Jerry Sizemore, tackle of the Eagles. Tackle. Jerry Sizemore. Jerry's the third player selected in the 1973 draft. He started at right tackle in the first 3 campaigns, moved to guard for second seasons, then became a tackle again in 1978. Jerry has played in 101 of 102 games since joining the league. A consensus All-American at Texas. He was in All Southwest Conference choice for 2 seasons. Eagles, Russ Graft intercepted. 4 passes in the 1950 game against the Chicago Cardinals. Jerry Sizemore. Here, this is another Norman Snead, Philadelphia Eagles, NFL. He's a quarterback. Here, this is Darius McCord, Detroit Lions. And this is Francis Paulsfoot, Cardinals. You can end it off with this. This is Paulsfoot's 4th season with the Cardinals, unable to play last year because of a leg injury. He is one of the league's outstanding pass receivers, was a football and track star at Washington State. So this is records for the 1951 season. So this is 1951 era. Okay. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you again. We'll see you again soon. Take care.